So we are reading the book Samson, A Horse Story today, and this is in 4th grade level for Jace.
Hello.
And he's a little loud today. They had a snow day. All right. So Jace, can you go ahead and start with the title, and I just want you to read how you're comfortable reading.
Samson, A Horse Story. The letter, June 4th. I can't believe I'm in the back seat of the car instead of at the pool. Who is Aunt Rita? Anyway, why would she leave Dad a stinky old farm? It's sad that he died, but this woman, who I had never heard of until today, has ruined my summer. I wish the letter had gotten lost in the mail. Then Dad would never have known that his aunt left him a farm in Kentucky. Mom and Dad are teachers. What do they know about being farmers? I was slipping down. The pool slide was ice. The pool slide when I smelled something horrible. Then I saw it. The pool was filled with cow manure. I tried to stop, but I couldn't, and just as my toes were about to slip into the pool, I woke up. Ew, wait.
What sound does that first letter make?
Tell me. Well.
So when someone's running, they go, whew, whew.
Oh.
It's kind of like that sound. Yeah.
It was just a dream. But then the smell hit me hard. I sprang up in my seat. We were turning into the farm's driveway. I plugged my nose and tried not to breathe. A man and a boy dressed in overalls waved to us from the front porch. The boys looked a few years older than me. Dad said that Mr. Wynn and his 15-year-old son, Henry, would be showing us around the farm. All I wanted to do was go to bed. I grabbed my suitcase and walked inside. Mom said I could have first pick of the bedrooms. I dragged my suitcase up the stairs. There were 3 bathrooms. I chose the one that faced away from the farm. Maybe I thought that would help me forget where I was. I can't believe how slow time passes around here. I've never been so bored. I miss the pool. I miss my friends. I'd rather be at school than here on this stinky old farm. I'm avoiding Dad. He's mad at me because I'm not helping out. It's his farm. Let him do the work.
So real quick, Jace, on this page, do you see this word right here? Can you tell me what that word is?
His.
Okay, what's different about this word compared to the rest?
It ends in I-S.
No, not the word itself, but the font that is it is in. What is different about it?
It's slanted to the side.
Yeah. So when you see words like slanted to the side, do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, so the author wants you to read it a certain way. So for this sentence, when it says his in that way, it wants you to say, it's his farm. Let him do the work. So it wants you to really enunciate your tone of how the attitude should be within that sentence for that word. So it really gives you an idea of how the person feels.
Okay. Dad yelled at me at dinner. He said I'd best stop feeling sorry for myself and start pitching in. I refused to look at him because I didn't want him to see me crying. I just started at my plate. Dad said, starting tomorrow morning, I have to help Henry tend to the animals. Dad acts like he really is a farmer.
Okay, what again do you see?
So
can you reread the sentence for me?
Dad acts like he really is a farmer.
Yes. Okay, now another one that I wanted to talk to you about. Do you remember what those are called?
I forget.
Quotations.
Right.
So these quotations, when it says tend to inside the quotation, so it's saying, I'm going to reread this paragraph for you of how it's supposed to sound, okay? Dad said, starting tomorrow morning, I have to help Henry tend to the animals. Tend to the animals? Like he's thinking, what does that mean? Like, why do I have to tend to the animals? Okay?
Mom woke me at 5 this morning so I could meet Henry at 6. Why do farmers wake up so early? Henry was working in the barn. When he saw me, he waved hello and said he had heard I wasn't too eager to help out, so I could just follow him around and watch. At least Henry understands me.
Okay, just pause for a second. For this next page, I want you to read really slow and pause after each period and really take in each parenthesis and use each exclamation point or question mark how you're supposed to say them when you read a sentence, okay? So go ahead and start. I want you to go slow.
I trailed along as Henry cleaned out the chicken coop. It was disgusting. When he was done, Henry collected some eggs and dropped them gently into a basket. They were all different colors, not like the eggs at the supermarket back home. Then we headed to a small barn. Henry opened the top half of the door, and much to my surprise, a reddish-orange horse poked its head through the door. A thick, white stripe split its face into. I didn't.
Okay, wait, pause. I want you to restart right here and reread that sentence, okay? Goes really slow.
A thick, white stripe split its face in two. I didn't know Aunt Rita had a horse.
Okay, that was a good job. So did you notice when you read that slower how you kind of made that enunciation when it said it was disgusting? You kind of gave that emotion in there. And then you kind of paused between each one and you didn't miss a single word except for you were confused right here, which I understand when it said into because you're thinking into what? But it's saying into because there's two. So you see the white stripe in the picture? And then the only word that you're struggling with is this word right here. Do you know what that name is? How would you pronounce it? Rita. So when there's an A at the sound, I want you to say Rita.
Oh.
So it's a little different, but it's actually Rita, Aunt Rita. Okay? Go ahead and flip and go to the next page.
Henry introduced me to Samson and asked if I liked horses. I lied and said I thought they were okay. Actually, I don't know. I don't like them.
I want you to take while you're moving them. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Actually, I don't like them. I can't understand why so many girls my age do. I watched as Henry opened the bottom half of the door and led Samson to a fenced area. He said that salmon like to graze on grass during the morning, and that we would come back later and feed him some oats. He fetched a hose and brought it to a big metal through, which he filled with water. As he walked back with the horse, he tripped over a big white block. He asked if I knew what it was. I didn't really care. He said it was a salt block and that horses need to lick salt blocks because they lose a lot of salt when they sweat.
Okay, pause there. Okay, so this book is really, really long. It's about 30 pages. So we're going to pause and we'll finish reading the book after we're done. That way I can kind of have him do some things that I want to do. I want to try having him block down one sentence at a time to really enunciate the way that the sentence should be. He wants to be a very fast reader from what I've picked up on, but he does better when he slows down and really takes his time and really gets across what the author is saying for the story. It's always good to read fast, but I want you to really work on how you read, okay? Mm-hmm. Versus it's not a competition on how fast or slow you read. I really want you to get those words right. So I'm going to kind of flip here our audio and show you how I did this so we can talk. So instead of it being on us, I'm going to put it on the words itself. So that way I can talk about some things that he missed. All right, Jace, can you go ahead and set up for me? Okay, so we're going to flip this around. Okay, so as you see, I was marking some of the pages, and you can see that in this one, all the check marks above the letters, as you can see, are actually good, the things that he got right. And then the circles are kind of what he struggled when he went across. So we're going to discuss those here in a second. I just wanted to show you and give you an idea of what exactly I was doing. So moving back to our lesson,